Greetings from San Antonio.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
What is up, San Antonio Spurs fans? Welcome to TSR Sports. Another week has gone by, and it means it's time for a recap and report card, if you will, of the good things, the bad things, and the ugly things that happened in the week. While I'm going over this, drop a comment down below. What did you like about this week? What you didn't like? Hit that thumbs up if you like Sport Bell Spurs fan, and subscribe for more Spurs content. I'll also have a quick little report card on my visit to San Antonio yesterday, and my first time being at the AT&T Center. Anyway, let's get into it. It's time for the good, the bad, and the ugly. And starting at center with Jakob Poeltl being out, Zach Collins. Thought there's a really big chance for Zach Collins to shine, being thrust into the starting lineup this week, and I was really hoping for a lot. But overall, I thought he kind of had a bad week as he was missing a ton of 3-pointers. Yes, I know you got to throw it up there, but it was missing a lot of shots. Had a lot of fouls in 2 games this week, Spurs fan. He had 11 fouls. That's 5.5 personal fouls per game in only 25 minutes. Fouled out of last night's game. I know he can be better, and I was expecting more, especially with the injuries we're dealing with, and I thought he came up a little bit short. Hopefully, he turns it around next week. Also starting this week, KBD and KBDDD, and I thought Kade Bates the up. Just overall had a good week, does his thing as a spot starter, and just whatever role you put him in, he usually does. He gives us something, whether it's a starter, whether it's a bench player, or a guy that's not expect. That's what I'm looking for. I guess just for I hate saying the word role player, but for a role player, I think he always gives us something. So overall, I had a good week. Can I just say before I even get to his rating, it generally hurts me to have to do this every week now. And watching Keldon last night in the pregame, smiling, having fun, and then, or not the pregame, but the shoot arounds, and on his way out from the tunnel, like he was signing autographs. I'm hoping to catch him tomorrow. I don't have my Keldon Johnson jersey on, but tomorrow I'm hoping to have him sign the number 3, and just seeing him out there. And then when it comes time for the game, the shots just are not going in at all for him right now. I got to rate him a little better in the last 2 weeks. I'm going to give this the rare good / ugly week. The shooting is still, the shots aren't going in, but he did get 6.5 rebounds, 4.5 assists, and only 1.5 turnovers. So he's corrected some parts of the game, but the shots just aren't going in. And when it comes to shooting, I got to feel like this is one of the worst slumps I can remember, maybe ever, for a Spurs starter, especially someone that's taking a high volume of shots. In the last 4 games, he's been averaging about 24 shots a game. He airballed a couple of threes last night. I'm not sure what's going on with him. He's too good of a player to have this continue, but it's been a very long slump that's gone on for 3 weeks now, and I really, really hope he breaks out of it Sunday versus the Suns. So Keldon, I know he's got to keep shooting. Shooter's going to shoot, but this has been it's been hard to watch. It's generally hurt me right here. Up next, Devin Vassell. Devin had another good week, and he's our top scorer now on the team, averaging 20.9 points per game, averaged 25 points per game this week, and yeah, he could, by the end of the year, there's a very good chance that he's going to be our top scorer. I'm hoping there'll be a battle between him and Keldon for the top scorer, but right now, Keldon is trending in one direction and Devin is trending in the other. Last but not least, Tre Jones, our starting point guard. I'm going to give him a hybrid week as well, good and bad. I like what I'm seeing with grabbing rebounds for one of the smallest players on the court. His assist-to-turnover ratio is fantastic. That being said, he's been in a shooting slump himself, and when you have 2 players, 2 of your starters in a slump, Keldon and Tre, it's going to be hard to win games, and we aren't winning games, which is why we're on a 10-game losing streak. Hopefully he finds a shot, and if Keldon and Tre can turn things around shot-wise, I think we'll start winning some games. I think we'll still be a lottery team no matter what, but I'd like this to be at least we've been competitive lately this week. The first half were competitive and had a lead. Just that second half, the games are just, I don't know what's happening. Let's get to the bench. Romeo Langford, I thought he had a good week. He's showing us something offensively now. He's played solid defense for the most part when he's been in this year, but now he's showing some offensive ability, and I think that's a part of his game that's going to really need to come around for him to stay as a San Antonio Spur or stay long-term in the NBA, and I'm glad to see that he's taking more of a role offensively for the team. Average 12 points per game off the bench, our top scorer. Isaiah Roby, I thought he was good. He was productive. He's given us a little bit of everything, so I'm glad he's finally finding a bit of a niche in the Spurs rotation. So I hope he continues to get better as the season progresses. Charles Bassey was sent to the G League, I believe, briefly, and came back with a vengeance. He only played 1 game this week, but he was thunder dunk of justicing last night a lot. This is the Charles Bassey that we're getting excited about a few weeks ago with 9 rebounds in only 20 minutes, a couple block shots. So it's nice to see Charles very productive last night, and I hope he continues to play this well moving forward. And last from the bench, Malachi Branham. Kind of give us a good bad week, a hybrid week as well, because the shooting's just not there. The 3-point shot is, he only shot 14%, but he's taking more shots, and I see him growing in his role. He also averaged 3 point, averaged 3 assists per game, and played a little backup point guard, I believe, this week. So it's nice to see that he's starting to get more opportunities and is growing into his role. As far as the other players on the team, Spurs fans, we got a lot of guys out. Jakob Poeltl out, Jeremy Sohan out. I can't remember if Doug played this week, but he's out. Josh Richardson's been out for a while. He's still out. Gorgie Zhang didn't play at all. Blake Wesley's still out. And then last but not least, Alize, I'm saying that right, Johnson did play 9 minutes this week, gave us 2 points, and he grabbed 5 rebounds, but not getting many opportunities. I'm not sure how much he's going to crack the Spurs lineup. If we keep having this injury bug, though, he may, who knows, he could be a starter within the next 2 weeks. Let's get in, going to be apparently a quick recap. Of course, we only have 2 games to talk about. We have a million guys out. My Spur of the week, and this should be pretty obvious. I went Devin Vassell. I mean, he's been really one of our more consistent players over the last few weeks and during this losing streak. And as the season progresses, I'm becoming more and more excited about his game and continuing to see how he's going to grow. He was a recipient of a big alley-oop dunk, I believe, last night from Zach Collins. So didn't really expect that to be part of his game, but hey, great, awesome. Let's see it more. And then my runner-up spur of the week, actually giving it to I actually did the spur of the week. I'm a little off my game here, being doing this out of my normal environment. But my runner-up spur of the week was Romeo Langford. I really like to see seeing the development in his offensive game. So Romeo, congratulations, runner-up, and Devin, congratulations on spur of the week. Even though neither one of them will ever see this video. Up next, we got the Suns, Rockets, and the Miami Heat. I will be calling the Rockets game and Heat game on my channel. The Suns game I will be at on Sunday. And if you're looking for me, you probably couldn't see him in the crowd on last night's game, although people to my left and the people to my right both made it on camera. A couple of guys, I can't really reference anything that'll make you remember on camera. There were 2 people near the end of the kiss cam, 2 Latinos. I don't know. They're actually. I'm guessing Latino. I come off, but they really went at it. Like they were just, going at it right near the end. And I was sitting right to the left of them. And the other group I was next to, I was right to the right of them that made up on the camera. So I was right in the middle. Never made it up on the big screen. But I will be in the ninth row, kind of sitting in the middle for the game tomorrow. So you should catch me, hopefully, in the stands. If you're looking off, like where's Waldo, where's TSR, you should be able to see me quite a few times during the game tomorrow. And I mentioned I was going to do the good and bad and ugly of my first time at the AT&T Center and the Spurs and just the experience itself. So I'll do that for those of you that are interested and are sticking around. So the ugly. This one hurt. I found out Sean Elliott did a meet and greet after the game. Or, well, I found out about it after the game. He did it before the game at 6 p.m. And I haven't been on social media much since getting here. And I had no idea he was doing that. I would have loved to meet Sean Elliott and get a picture, autograph, whatever it is, and totally blew that. So that one, oh, that one hurt. That one hurt. As far as the bad, we're missing a lot of guys. I'm not Jakob Poeltl, Jeremy Sohan. I don't think are going to play tomorrow, and of course, there's the other laundry list of players that are out that I'm not going to see. So that's disappointing. That and there's going to be good at the end, by the way, very good. That's going to totally wipe out all these negatives. But I just want to share with you, be transparent. Some of the things I was looking forward to that didn't happen, and the 2 big ones, Greg Popovich. One of the big reasons I came to Texas this weekend was to see Pop coach. And unfortunately, he had a medical procedure. It looked like he's going to be okay, but he had a medical procedure that kept him out of last night's game, and that's going to keep him out of tomorrow's game. So that I was like, no, no. And the other one that just crushed my soul, I thought for sure on his bobblehead night, and they gave out the bobblehead Spurs fans. They got my David Robinson's bobblehead, which you probably saw in the community notes. I thought for sure, like, if there's any night David Robinson's going to be at the AT Center, any day that I can see, my childhood idol, I wouldn't be sitting watching the game with him. I could see him across the way, at the game. He would be at his bobblehead night. Nope. No D-Rob either. So, I could be negative and say, wow, this was the worst time ever to come see the Spurs, but I'm not, because all that was overshadowed by the good, which was meeting other Spurs fans. Yes, I have you guys, and that's not to take anything away from you, but meeting Spurs fans in person, which living in Connecticut, I know one other Spurs fan, and I think he's more the Spurs fan that was a big Spurs fan when Tim Duncan was there, and then I think he's more slid into the casual side of things. Not that they've been losing the last few years, but meeting fans. First, let me start off outside of the game. I met a Spurs fan yesterday, Rob, who brought me to his radio station, showed me around, gave me this awesome Spurs book that I don't have, and I can't wait to go through it. It's the highlights of really the Spurs in general. Also gave me a thank you card, a handwritten note, which I love, and then also this Fiesta item, which scarf. Yeah, I think it's a scarf. So Rob, thank you very much for that. It was great meeting you. I even had dinner with him, so that was great. And then at the game, just a couple Spurs fans to my left that I mentioned already. Mark and Jason, really cool meeting them. They actually, Mark, bought me a drink, which you didn't have to go a soda because you guys know me. I don't really drink alcohol, so it was fun talking to them all night about the game. Had a couple fans in front of me that were really cool. Jason subbed to my channel. One of the guys in front of me subbed to my channel. The makeout couple to my right was really cool to talk out through the game, and there was a lady with her child behind me with wearing a Dave Robinson jersey, and then the fans outside. Met a fan that's a Red Sox fan and a Spurs fan. So see, us New Englanders that are Spurs fans, we have weird tastes, very eclectic tastes, and just getting to meet everybody and having people just. I didn't see a lot of people wearing Spurs. I haven't seen very little people wearing Spurs items around town, but having people yell Ginobili or just have the hotel associates talk about, hey, how's the game? And, they're Spurs fans, and that this overall, even though those little disappointments happened, this has been a wonderful experience. I'm glad I came out here. I can't wait to see the Suns tomorrow, and I'm just hoping I get Keldon to sign my jersey. That would be awesome. I did talk to one of the AT&T Center staffers after the game, and I said, "Hey, I'm a Spurs influencer. I have about 18,000 subscribers on YouTube. I'm not a huge channel of Spurs fans. I know that. Maybe somebody from the Spurs organization would say 18,000. Are you kidding me? Like that's maybe to them that's not big, but as far as I know, Spurs fans, when it comes to small independent content creators, I think I'm one of the bigger ones. I honestly don't know. I don't know of a lot of channels. I know Playing the Spurs fan, SSPN, DC Tree Station, um, and maybe a few others I've stumbled across, but I don't know of any like Spurs only content creators that have 100,000 subscribers, 500,000 subscribers. I don't even know if those exist. So he mentioned to try to go to the media section before the game. Apparently, I can get in a half hour early. I didn't know I had VIP tickets. Uh, Good job, TSR. So I'm gonna get there on Sunday's game at 1:30. I think it's around section 103. He said this press stuff there. Just go up to him like, hey, you guys are always doing the super fan stuff and talking about Spurs, fans in general. Like I'm, fan from Connecticut and Texas for the first time after being a Spurs fan for over 30 years. And, I'm an influencer. I guess I'm called an influencer if I do content on a team. I've heard that word a lot on YouTube lately. So we'll see. I don't know. Maybe nothing will come of that whatsoever, but I can't wait till Sunday's game. And I hope we're going against the best team in the Western Conference. So odds aren't good. We're going to win that game, but I'm still going to root for them to win the game and see our guys play. Hopefully, Kelly comes out of his shooting slump and hopefully meet. I came prepared. I know I'm rambling here, but I haven't talked to you guys about too much in a while. I came prepared. I got the little stack of cards. I got David Robinson, which not looking good. Sean Elliott, which I blew that one. Manu Ginobili apparently he was at the game last night. I didn't see him, but he put up a thing on social media that he got a David Robinson bobblehead because he got there early. So I don't know where the heck he was. I never saw him. I got Timmy, which I know that's an extremely long shot to see him, and then Tony, I heard doesn't go to the games much. So wishful thinking. I'm gonna check out HEB today, so maybe I can find some Spurs merch, but I gotta be careful how much I pack in my carry-on because it's getting quite full, especially with this bobblehead that's gonna be taking up a lot of room. Anyway, if you've stayed this long and watched me just talk about nonsense for the last 6 minutes, maybe not nonsense, stuff that's important to me, but not necessarily related to what's happening on the court. Appreciate your sticking around this long, and I can't wait to see our guys tomorrow. So that's all I got. Till next time, and as always, go Spurs, go!